Welcome back to the NFR Plus channel, and guys, today's going to be a very special episode because Lou and I chose 10 different rappers, and we're going to be choosing their most underrated songs, at least in our opinion. And guys, let us know how you feel about our takes. Let us know what's the most underrated song from some of the rappers that we chose on our list today. And we actually did an episode that's similar to this. If you guys want to check it out, we did the most overrated songs from popular rappers. That's available for you guys. All you got to do is check out the catalog. But Lou, let's get into this. Where do you want to start? Kendrick Lamar?
Let's start off with Kendrick. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like at a certain point an artist could become so big that it's almost hard to find a song that the community hasn't really heard or doesn't really talk about like that?
Yes and no. Because if you know Kendrick Lamar, he had a period within his career where he was releasing a lot of stuff that was offline, right? And he was releasing songs that never made studio albums, and he had ciphers. Like, there's a whole lot of like backlog material that you could access from K-Dot. And with that being said, that's where I went.
Really? Okay.
Where are you gonna go? Section 80? You're gonna go to GKMC?
I am.
Yeah,
I'm going to Good Kid, Mad City.
Where are you going on Good Kid, Mad City?
You'll find out, but I want to hear about your unreleased track.
The Jig Is Up, bro.
The Jig Is Up is incredible.
I think The Jig Is Up is his most not overrated, excuse me, underrated song.
I love that song.
Easily. Production by J. Cole.
There's one that's more underrated. I'll get into it.
Because
I love The Jig Is Up, and to be honest with you, The Jig Is Up is a better song than the song that I brought in, but I feel like The Jig Is Up gets a lot of conversation because Cole produced it. And
244,000 views is the most viewed music video, quote unquote, on YouTube. So even statistically speaking, bro, there's not a video that has even over 1 million. Like, there's NFR videos that have more views than this fucking song on YouTube.
But it never got a chance. It never really got a real
But that's
release,
why.
You know?
But that's why it's his most underrated song. At the end of the day, it still kind of low-key came out to a certain extent. And like, it's sought after by the community. I just feel like this is one of those gems that if you know, you know. And you and I have been bumping this song for such a long time. As you said, the production from J. Cole. And the reason why I love this song so much is that it's that type of control, Kendrick Lamar. Mm-hmm. It's that type of aggressive and
explosive.
Manic energy from Kendrick that's unmatched. It gives me like the Jig Is Up, that control area sort of vibe. Like, bro, it's a different type of Kendrick timing. And I mean, even like the whole like
now we dump in out the roof.
That whole portion of the song itself is so memorable. I think it's easily his most underrated.
I love the song, bro, and it's a song I still bump to this day. Like, especially when like we were in the midst of about to get to the spicy shit of the battle. Like, I was bumping this in preparation for what was gonna follow after Euphoria.
His
and
most underrated.
Else. Like,
this
is I feel like this is a battle track in a sense where it's like he's attacking everybody, and he was stunting after Good Kid, Mad City had performed the way that it did. But speaking of Good Kid, Mad City, that's where my pick is gonna lie. And another song I wanted to consider was Untitled The Wait, because I feel like that song should have been a fucking hit. And it wasn't, but it's one of the grooviest and catchiest songs Kendrick's ever made. But I decided to pick a song that was a bonus track on only the physical edition of Good Kid, Mad City. Meaning that when you go on the deluxe version of Good Kid, Mad City on a Spotify, it won't actually be on that track listing. But that being said, I believe at some point they'd added it onto streaming. So this song is available on streaming, and that is something that I try to do with a lot of my picks, is like just choose songs that are easily accessible, and this one fell into that. The song is Country Building Blues.
Crazy song.
This is an amazing song. It only has 500,000 views on YouTube. I think it has maybe 9 million streams on Spotify. And this song was actually supposed to be a prelude to Good Kid, Mad City. Like, this was supposed to be the intro track instead of Shireen. And what's really cool about this is that he's using the perspective as a narrator of this character PDP, who's supposed to be like his imaginary childhood friend, and you hear the same voice in cartoons and Serial. So originally Good Kid, Mad City was supposed to start off with this song, then cartoons and Serial, and then get into the meat of the narrative. And I think that's why Kendrick chose not to include this, because with Shireen, you're getting into the storyline right away. With this song, it's more so setting up the atmosphere. It's like,
yeah, but if this in cartoons and Serial would have been included, it would have been so sick, because cartoons and Serial would have been like kind of that origin story sort of thing of like what made him really a good kid in a mad city, and then after that you get into the meat of it. Like, I kind of almost see it as like this would have been like, when a movie starts off, sort of like blown up out of the world and it starts to shrink in.
Slowly close in. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what this song kind of feels like. So I'm not saying it would have maybe ranked higher for me. Like, I think GKMC is a perfect album. But, like, if these two songs were included on this track list, like, what argument would he, like, it would have been game over. It would have been GG's.
But I understand why he didn't, though. Like I said, with Shireen,
yes, you're getting... This one's a toss-up, though.
It is.
This one's a toss-up.
It is a toss-up. It is. But, yeah, I just absolutely love the anthemic hook. DJ Khalil on production killed the instrumental, laid-back horns, chill guitar riffs, just masterclass jazz production. And, yeah, apart from that, Kendrick is rapping about what his end goal is as an artist. It's like, I want to make money and I want to bring it back to the community and make my community flourish. So I like that he's sort of setting himself up for what he wants to achieve in his career so early on a song like this. So, so many gems from bars to elements of the beat within that song. So country building blues for myself. The jig is up for Ant. Next up, we have Travis Scott. I decided to go with the Chase B. Fiend remix. Have you heard it yet?
Yes, I have.
No, I'm just fucking playing with you, bro. That song is so bad.
It's like, yeah, I heard
that song is awful, bro. Like,
yeah, what, did you go with sicko mode?
Yeah, I did.
You went to sicko mode?
Went with sicko mode, and second place was the Fiend remix.
Yeah.
What about you? Goosebumps for you?
I was considering it. It could have been in there. Yeah, I ended up going with something more of like a 90210.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that song being brought up in a long time.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Isn't it like one of his most streamed songs?
It is, bro. Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't even like fit the mold for like the streaming era.
It doesn't. Like, it's not a song that you listen to and you're like, yeah, he was trying to make a #1 hit or like ultra platinum song with this, you know? But,
there we go.
But yeah, ultimately, for me, I feel like a lot of Travis's more underrated album cuts do come off of Birds in the Trap, Sig McKnight, just because that is the album that gets thrown into the conversation.
Okay, so with this episode, you really tried to go for studio album experience.
I really went for like streaming songs, like songs that are accessible for people.
For me, it was like if this artist intentionally released this song, but it was outside of streaming services, then like it's fair game.
So you have a lot of outside of streaming stuff.
But for Travis, I do.
Okay.
For Travis, I have Amen. I
Fair.
feel like that for me personally is his most underrated song. Going back to the track itself, I think, listen, it's super popular on SoundCloud. I think it has like fucking 60 million plays. It's a huge song for SoundCloud, but at the end of the day, like, this is Travis Scott. You know, he's one of the best streamed artists in the entire world. Even at that, the YouTube video, I believe, is sitting under 5 million views, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I was like, okay, this is kind of within the realms itself, and I feel like it's underrated because not only did it make a cut off of an album, not only maybe did newer Travis Scott fans not hear it, but at the end of the day, it kind of got overshadowed by other songs on its own like release, because back in May of 2016, Travis decided to release the 3-pack of Butterfly Effect, Green and Purple with Playboi Carti, and then after that, this track itself. And
where would you rank it amongst those tracks, though?
Oh,
come on now.
Are you saying anywhere above like second is kind of like blasphemous to you? Dude, it's a serious track. The production,
I'm saying it's third. Like, although yeah, you can make the argument for being one of his most underrated. It's still like I can almost see why people like not forgot about it, but like paid more attention to the other two. You know what I mean?
But yeah, but that EP pack was so strong.
Yeah, it was sick. It was sick.
And people were just salivating over the fact that you had gotten this new EP, right? Because this released back in 2017. My bad. May 16th, 2017. You had gotten Birds before, but now there was this huge hype for Utopia. And there was rumors of Utopia dropping in 2017. There was just this whole fucking thing going on. And he kind of used this as like a little, here's something until we get to the main attraction, which is going to be Astroworld. But it's crazy. You're getting this crazy pitched up vocal sample by Southside in the back with his iconic drums. And it's just Travis being braggadocious, but I absolutely love this chorus. People trying to say I'm only into me, got a cold when my dogs can't get in between. I love that flow, bro. I'm a big fan of that chorus, and as I said, I feel like it's outside of his like main catalog. I could have maybe gone with something else, like you said, off of Birds or even something off of Alfaro, but I feel like within main community discussion, it doesn't get that much love. It's not on streaming services, so I felt like this was the right pick for me.
Good pick. For myself, I decided to go with Coordinate off of.
Do you think it's that underrated?
I think it's underrated because when I look at underrated, I'm not just looking at the numbers. Like, sure, the numbers matter because if a song has barely any plays, then by virtue, most people probably aren't talking about it because they don't even know about it. So even though that does matter a lot, I also looked at for this episode, like, what are some songs that don't get valued as much the way they should be by the community? And like, for example, ourselves, we had Cordae in our top 50 top Travis songs when we did our ranking, but I feel like most people would have it way below that because I never see it being spoken about as a highlight even off of that album. And I love how
Well, the real fans know.
I feel like I just love how fully in control Travis is of that beat. I like the unique aspect that he's using this deeper voice for his inflections. I thought that really stood out to me. Apart from that, the production is just so fucking intoxicating. You're getting this darker instrumental. You're getting these club synths, a thick bass line, and it's just a perfect mix of production and vocals, and you could feel every ad-lib in your soul. Like, that's one thing I mentioned, I believe, and also the other episode, is that this is one of his best songs when it comes to just ad-lib sequencing and layering. It was just done perfectly here. And also the whole spend that money fast if I had to, like that whole hook is super memorable. So Coordinate is a song that I feel like more people should have higher up on their list when it comes to upper echelon
Another
Travis.
song that I was considering was actually Backyard. I feel like that's one of his most underrated songs. That
Facts.
was actually my original pick, but I'm like, I've been seeing a lot of people speak about this song, like especially after like getting like the DBR re-release, where people were like, "Fuck yeah, it's finally coming back!" You know, like I'm really excited. So, anyways, let's keep going on with this. Which rapper do we have next? Where do you want to go?
Next up, we got Tyler, bro. And
Okay, so this was interesting for me. Let me explain a bit of a backstory on this one. I didn't go with anything off of his earlier albums.
Same.
Because I just feel like maybe the quality's not there as much as it should be. Are you really gonna go with something off of Igor? You know, like it's a shorter, concise track list. It's pretty much rated by the entire community. Did you go Igor?
I did not go Igor.
Did you go Flower Boy?
I did not.
Okay, good. How about Call Me If You Get Lost?
No, you?
No, I didn't go with.
I went with a Lucy.
I went with a deluxe.
Okay. That's fair.
I went with a deluxe song. Okay, was your Lucy released in 2020, like around that range?
2020, exactly.
Accra?
Not Accra, because I feel like that one gets like the love.
Okay.
Not Accra. Another one, Best Interest. That was another Lucy that went absolutely crazy. Has like half a billion streams, like mega song. There was even 435 I was considering, but I decided to go with Group B.
Nice.
Which came out in 2020.
Yeah, you've always loved this song.
Yeah, this is like a 2-minute song, and this song was recorded in one take, like Tyler flexes in the song, and he's rapping over this 80s soul jam called Bless You With My Love by Heaven Sent and Ecstasy. And I love it, and I think it's so underrated because you're getting old Tyler and new Tyler on the same song in the sense that it feels like this is 2013 Tyler rapping over the production, but it has that more lush Tyler production that echoes his newer soundscapes, which is why I love it so much. And yeah, just that blend of the old and the new is great. You're getting 3 short verses with very energetic, tight flows and funny one-liners like every car is gas, pissing Greta off, and they Group B and the leather soft. A lot of quotables on it as well, and I just love the fact that this is a song that you could tell he didn't maybe spend the most time on, but still came out in a great way and became one of my favorite songs from the 2020s from Tyler. So
There we go.
what about you?
All right. So
The Lux song, is it What a Day?
It is what it is.
There you go.
It is what it is for
W.
sure. Because Dogtooth.
Is it underrated though? People
is,
show
bro.
it a lot of praise.
Listen to this. Do you know, bro, that it's not even in his top 75 most streamed songs in his catalog?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Do you know how like understreamed this song is?
But
I feel like the Tyler fans appreciate it, but bro,
That's what I'm saying. It gets the appreciation, you know.
by certain fans. The most acclaimed songs off of that project, I can make the argument, are Dogtooth and are Sorry Not Sorry. Those are the 2 songs off of that project that get the most conversation. With this one, people knew it was a masterpiece, but kind of fell out of conversations, to be quite honest with you.
I don't know.
Bro, okay, do I have to pull up where this, I believe, hold on, I had this
People love
statistic here.
this song, bro. Like, people rate it so highly. I'm not
It's
sure.
his 95th most streamed song, bro.
Bro,
He has like 130 songs released.
but streams aside, like, the fact that it was Tyler rapping over a Mad Lib beat made everybody fucking salivate at the mouth.
Yes, but that's what I'm
you
trying
know?
to say, though. But that was initially when it released. I
still feel like people are talking about it. I don't know, bro.
People are obviously talking about it, but numbers-wise, like Proof in the Pudding, it's one of his least streamed songs within his catalog.
Just numbers-wise, yes, but community, like, reception, like, everybody knows
Sure,
this
but,
song
like, I
is the
mean-
shit.
Yes, but I could say that community reception too, like people fuck with Coordinate, or people even fuck with The Jig Is Up. Like, there's always gonna be, like, it's impossible. We're talking about popular rappers. Everyone's gonna know everything at a certain point, but I feel like in the context of which it dropped, out of the entire Call Me If You Get Lost era, bro,
Fair.
it's one of the least streamed, numerical speaking. For
Just
people
just,
bumping
just
it.
on numbers wise, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the Madlib beat, bro. What's crazy is that the backstory behind this is that apparently Tyler actually used to skate to this beat back then, and that's what he found crazy about it. And he was like, I would skate home to this Madlib beat as a teen. It's so ethereal. This is one of my best raps. This and Dogtooth is the best representation of my brain right now. And I feel like it's cool because it's talking about Tyler. He's flexing, right? And he's talking about how the community views him. He's talking about how, he has a lot on his plate right now, but there's also like the sense of calm and like the sense of flexing also. The way that he starts off the verse. Yeah, I pulled up in that 19th letter repeat buggy, had to switch the hue because them LA boys smuggy. Like, it's just that rhyme scheme was infectious from the way that he started it, and the sample in back is beautiful. If you guys actually want to check out the original sample, it's A Day in the Park by Michael Urbaniak, excuse me, I hope I pronounced that right. So if you guys want to go back to the OG sample, that's what it is there. But yeah, I think it's one of the most underrated in his catalog. The numbers speak for itself, and it's probably one of my most played Tyler songs to this day.
Yeah, it's cool that Tyler will often like use samples from songs that he listened to in his childhood or that had like special moments within his life. Like he was talking about how like on a recent interview, a song off of what's it called? Off a speaker box, The Love Below, was a song that he learned to play piano to, and how that inspired him to make music in the future. Like, it's cool how different moments in his life end up reflecting in the music he makes. But next up, Playboi Carti. Here we go.
Cash Card.
Very limited catalog for Carti, a bit harder to choose, and I feel like
But you go to self-titled.
most diehard Carti fans would probably choose a leak or something that's unreleased, but you guys must know by now that we don't go too deep into that shit. You know what I mean? So I didn't choose anything from that side of the Carti spectrum. But yeah, it's definitely self-titled where you have to go because it's the beginning of Carti, and a lot of Carti fans only got hip to him after Die Lit or after a Whole Lot of Red. So I feel like people still have more discovering to do when it comes to the self-titled.
This is what's interesting about this project is you got to play the numbers game here. That's where the numbers game come in. All right? And when you play the number game, there's two songs that really stand out for me as far as quality and numbers go, because the quality has to be insane. I have two.
Don't say number 9, because people... Okay.
Half and Half, and also Other Shit.
I got Other Shit.
I have Other Shit as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people talk about Half and Half. Like,
Nobody talks about Other Shit.
No one talks about Other... At least to my viewing.
I've never heard any comment in any video, not even just our videos, but like just in terms of like the internet as a whole.
No, but there's some kid that's going to come on this video that's going to plug in a comment of his. I get it.
All I'm saying is that I've never come across anybody in the community or even just people like, bro, like even amongst us like friends, bro, like we're not often talking about other shit like that. You know what I mean?
I never knew it was produced by Hit Boy.
Yeah.
I never knew it was a Hit Boy beat.
Pretty crazy.
I always thought it was a Pierre Bourne beat.
It doesn't sound like a Hit Boy beat though, because it does
crazy.
have those types of unique synths that you would attach to a Pierre Bourne. But yeah, the song has a fun vibe, nice deep slaps of bass. Carti kind of just giving you...
Wait, hold on. You want to hear the genius annotation? This is how they describe the lyrics of the song. On this track, he makes a large emphasis on his wealth and drugs. It's the entire fucking
large
mixtape.
emphasis.
A large emphasis on his wealth and drugs. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be with Playboi Carti in this mixtape, and I just feel like it's one of the most infectious hooks off of this whole. This whole tape, I would say.
Yeah, really, it's just a swarm of like what ad libs and him saying you want some other shit,
and like the wows, the wows coming in and the hook and stuff like that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Not much else to say, but yeah, it's just a vibe.
Yeah, when you play the numbers game though with self-titled, you're gonna come down to this in half and half. But all right, where do you want to go next, Lou?
21 Savage next up, and I feel like you gotta just choose a song from 21's worst album here. That's what I did. I went with Issa.
See, I don't know.
You have to, because there's gems on Issa album, but nobody goes back to that album because of the negative stigma around it. You know,
I feel like people sleep on the OG Savage mode. People sleep
no,
on that.
It's so celebrated, bro.
People sleep, and again, I'm gonna bring in numbers to back this up. I wanted to bring in some numbers here, but let's go. Okay, what did you have as far as Issa goes?
I decided to go with Money Convo off of Issa album. I have the numbers to back me, and again, just
by the way, how many streams on this bad boy?
On Money Convo?
Yeah,
let's see. I think last I saw was like 30 or 40 or some shit. Let's see.
I'm in that range as well.
29 million streams.
Okay, so I'm slightly above you.
Mm-hmm.
I have Feel It off of the OG Savage mode.
Okay.
That's a super underrated
Track.
for me,
Underrated
at
track.
least.
Yeah.
33.8 million streams, his 147th most streamed song. So there's 146 other songs people would rather listen to in front of it. And you know what's sick about Feel It? I feel like the reason why I also wanted to choose it is that this is like arguably one of the only relationship songs in his catalog that's actually fire.
It's actually enjoyable.
It's actually enjoyable because you're also getting this crazy Metro Boomin and Zaytoven production, slapping drums. You're getting this eerie production in back. And as I said, like, you can't really find that many good melodic or, let's say, romantic cuts within his... Well, no, this is not melodic. I want to steer away from that. Romantic cuts within his catalog. But with this, it's like, oh, shit. Okay, he has a heart. He's there.
Yeah,
he
but
understands. He understands the concept of love. You know, like he's there.
But you prefer 21 when he's like crashing out on the hose. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's why I feel like this is
an X kind of song is what you want to hear. 21.
But that's why I find this is underrated.
Yeah,
is that
sure.
It shouldn't have the formula to be a fantastic song. But to me, like, this is one of my most played songs off of this project. I really go back to this. Like, this and Ocean Drive, bro, are the songs that I'm really revisiting off of this project for me.
Yeah, no, it's a strong cut for sure. I decided to go with Money Convo again, another Metro Boomin production on this song, and this is not just like some trap loop. Like I like that this song has a build up to it because it starts off with just hi-hats and bass, but then 30-40 seconds in you have these creepy keys that just find their way into the mix. And they keep coming in and out of the beat, so I like that it's not a stagnant production. And what I love about this song too is that there's a very free-flowing nature to it. It just sounds like 21 got on the mic and dropped a dope freestyle because of the way that one bar leads to a next or certain pauses. Like, it just feels very organic in the way that it was recorded, which is something that I appreciate and I feel like I don't really get from too many other 21 Savage songs. And 21's rapping what he always fucking raps about. He's rapping about fake gangsters. He's rapping about how he's a target because of his drip and because he's a seven-figure man. And he sticks to the theme of the song very well, and it's some of my favorite flows he's ever displayed come on Money Convo, so had to bring it into this one, but let's keep on going. Next up, we got Big Sean, and I feel like the average Big Sean would probably pull something from a Finally Famous or a Hall of Fame or his earlier work, but, bro, I revisit those albums practically never, so I can't really choose something from there, and I feel like you're not getting the most quality from those albums, so I decided to go with something newer. I decided to choose something off of 2017's I Decided. What about you? What album did you go from? I think we have
the same song, bro.
Sacrifices with the Migos?
Song,
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Crazy song. Ridiculously good song.
This song should have been a bigger hit than it was. Like, that's why I wanted to pick it, because I'm like, how didn't this go off?
Okay, let's see. How many streams did it have?
I think it had like 80 mil or something, bro. That the song didn't go off, bro. It didn't go off the way it should have.
Let me check this off. Let me see where it ranks in the percentile. Sacrifice.
85 mil.
It's in his top 40. Top 40 out of like 312. It's rated, but it's not like where it's supposed to be.
It had all the ingredients, bro. It had a Migos feature. It had a catchy hook. It had a lively performance from Big Sean. Like, what more could you have asked for?
You can't ask for much more. Even like the Alan Ritter and Metro Boomin production is crazy on this song. Beautiful. That offset verse is stupid, bro. That flow is disgusting.
Yeah, he spazzes, bro. Just such a charming verse and picks up on Sean's flow, but then complicates it even more and just absolutely spazzes. He does out-rap Big Sean, absolutely.
Best performance on the entire song itself.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Big Sean rapping with intensity, with hunger, airing out people that switched up on him in his life. And just, rapping about like how he's had to sacrifice so much free time and so much time with loved ones just to
get to where he's
achieve his goals and shit. So I love the messaging as well. The Metro beat, like you said, I love the harpsichord keys. I love the dope progression of the beat as a whole. Like, just so much going on. And yeah, the big reason for me is that I just feel like it should have became a hit and it didn't.
There you go.
But yeah, let's keep on going.
All right,
next up we got Lucki.
Lucki. Okay, let's go into Lucki here. So, what do you got, bro?
Well, Lucki, I mean, I feel like this was probably one of the more challenging ones to choose a song from because
his catalog is low-key underrated, excuse me.
Yeah, like there's so many songs with low streams. There's so many songs that don't really get much conversation just because he's still like, he's not like a fully mainstream artist yet. You know what I mean? So it's kind of easy. You can kind of pick whatever fucking song you want to a certain extent. I decided to go with DNA off of Flawless Like Me. My favorite album from Lucki is Sex, Money, Drugs, so I really do prefer hearing him over these more laid-back beats. And on DNA, that's what you get. You get a very ethereal instrumental, and the song is about how Lucki is on drugs just like his auntie. Like, that's really what the song's about. It does get deeper than that. He's also spitting about how he lost a close friend and how he's debating retaliating or not and how his friend would actually want him to stay focused. So you're getting deep-ish lyrics from Lucki on this song, and he's flowing really nicely on it. And I love the fact that the song's lyrics are a little dark and depressing, but the song sounds euphoric and upbeat. So
yeah, so I chose something off of Sex, Money, Drugs because that's really where I'm at with my listening with Lucki these days. And I went with New York. So it's one of the first songs off of the track list. No, actually, sorry, bro, my bad. It's the outro of the album. That's I was thinking about 2021 vibes. But I really enjoyed this song, like you were talking about, sort of like those bouncier, lighthearted sort of productions that we like from Lucki. You get production by Flancy and Ski Mane, and then after that, he starts off his song right away with an infectious chorus. But some crazy lyricism here that I just picked up on. You ready for this one?
let's hear it.
Ain't nothing I want out of sax. I'm just high, and I came with a brat. Too fast for losing the grip. I'm dodging the hawk, but scared of the cat. You get it? I'm dodging the hawk, but scared of the cat.
Yeah.
Boom.
Lucki,
He's a monster.
Man. Yeah,
This guy's a
lyrical
monster.
beast.
He's a monster. But even at that, I think that it's only in like his top 40 most streamed songs. So it's nothing too crazy as well. I don't even think this song has hit over like 20, if I'm not mistaken. If I really pull this up, let me see. Hold on. Let me just pull this up, bro. I was looking at it this morning before recording. I was just like, man, people have to be listening to this.
That's the thing, yeah. Most Lucki songs, you're not going to find streams and chart placements and any of that shit, you know?
Yeah, it's in his top 30 most. But
Yeah.
regardless, it has 16 million streams, bro. 16 million. And like, if you really pay attention to his streaming record, most of his catalog is between like 11 and then between 11 to 19.
Yeah, he's in that range.
Like, bro, they're yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got his fan base, though. But let's keep on going. Next up, we have Mac Miller. And there's a fuck ton of underrated Mac Miller songs, bro.
Crazy
Like,
shit.
this was really not the easiest task. But again, this was a case where, like I treated it for Travis Scott, I treated it for Mac Miller the same way, where I decided to pluck out a song from his most underrated album and choose a song that actually does have quite a few streams, but I just feel like should be ranked higher in a lot of all-time lists. This is a song that when I hear people speaking about the 2009s and the objects in the mirror of Mac Miller's catalog, this is one that never comes up.
What do
And
you
it
got?
should. This is Stay
Yeah.
off of the Divine Feminine.
Great song.
This is such a unique song to me and underrated because I can't think of that many love hip-hop songs that are as anthemic as this one, and that's because of the beautiful trumpets that make up the melody of this song. Super anthemic. It really puts you in a certain zone, and Mac Miller is just like, he's high on love. That's really what the
It's
song
nice.
is.
When you see that type of positivity from Mac in his catalog, it always makes you happy. Considering other material that he's explored within his catalog and understanding what he went through in his life. So that's why I really enjoyed the Divine Feminine, because there's this ray of positivity that comes out of the track list that's just beautiful to listen to. And a song like Stay perfectly encapsulates that.
Yeah,
You know?
it's almost like the Divine Feminine was the honeymoon phase of a relationship, and then the swimming was the breakup. That's kind of like, it's crazy that it just kind of like just naturally took that trajectory, but lyrically, that's what ends up taking course. But yeah, this song is incredible. Does have 131 million streams, like I mentioned, but so much goes into this song. You even have a music video that's super dope for it too, where like he's just in the middle of the ocean dancing on his own. And yeah, just great blend of singing and rapping on this one, and was something that showed us of what was to come with that duality from Mac on a Swimming and later projects. So one of the best smooth jazz Mac songs. What do you
You're
got?
not ready for this, bro.
What do you got?
You're not ready for this. This is why I think it's important to look at streams. Okay, how about this? I give you 3 guesses if you could guess my song.
No,
but-
you probably
okay,
chose something
okay,
like so fucking obscure that
It's
I'm not gonna
It's
get
a
it.
song that we used to like, bro. Like, I don't even know if you'd think that this was a song,
Just fucking go, bro.
bro. Desperado
Okay.
Bro, is his 175th most streamed song.
Wow.
Hasn't even hit 10 million streams.
That's fucking low.
Bro, it is legitimately one of the least streamed songs in his catalog.
Let's
bro.
check something out. When did Macadelic come to streaming?
I think it's always been there, low key, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's always been there to a certain extent. I remember.
No.
When did it come?
May 4th, 2018. So maybe that's why, because like the mixtape had been
impossible,
out for
Lou.
6 years.
Even at that, I was also
know?
gonna maybe pick up Grand Finale as well.
That's
10.4 million streams. I feel like that's one of the most underrated songs off of this cut. But okay, I'll go with both of them. I do feel like these are the most underrated cuts from his catalog. Grand Finale is interesting because if you follow the concept of Faces, it's basically like it's a mind fuck, and you're going through all of these little ins and outs of like Mac Miller's meditation and acid trip, and it's sort of like these highs, these lows, but Grand Finale is like he's finally back to earth, and it's kind of like him reflecting on the entire album. And it's interesting because he talks about, you know, the meditation that he does with Rick Rubin, or even talks about how if he were to pass away tomorrow, that like the world would be fine and like no one would give a fuck about him. So there's almost this depressing tone to the final of it, but there's a sort of acceptance in Mac Miller's like, you know, tone and the way that he's delivering it. You also get these crazy grungy guitars. It's self-produced by him as well. So I just felt like it's a complete package from that standpoint. And often we talk about New Faces V2. We talk about, let's say, a Therapy. You want to talk about a Diablo, a Here We Go, you know, Polo Jeans. Like there's so many different songs off of this project that get more love, but this is one of the tracks on there that really like stack up for me as some of the best off of the track list. Then you get something like Desperado. You get these crazy electric guitars that kick off the song itself, get these crazy drums and tambourines that are coming in for the percussions, and it's literally Mac Miller being like, fuck everyone, like I'm on top of my game right now. And especially for Macadelic, if you guys ever did research behind the project or listened to different interviews for Mac, like he was trying to prove something with this project. After Blue Slide Park, like people were like, maybe he should be moving away or maybe take his rap career more seriously. And with Macadelic, cuts like a Desperado, or even like, let's say, a Thoughts from a Balcony, or even like The Question, these are the records that set down the foundation for future projects and how serious he'd be able to get with his music. And it's just fucking electric from the moment that he starts all the way towards the end of it. He's attacking these super complicated and fast flows, and I feel like it's a building block for his catalog, and it's one of the best executions of skill and production within his early catalog. So I got those.
All right, next up we got Don Toliver here, and I decided to go with something off of Life of a Don. This is a song that grew on me. This is a song that I underrated. And that's why I wanted to bring it in, because I'm like, you know what? If I'm underrating this song and it doesn't have the most streams, then maybe some other people fucking overlooked it too.
Bro, trust me, I'm on this album as well. And I think we have it a part of the same track run.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to try to guess what you got, actually.
I'm going to try and guess what you got as well.
I think you chose, let me pull up this track list, Life of a Don.
Okay, I got it. I think I know what you chose.
I believe that you chose Swangin' on Westheimer.
Okay, I did.
You did, eh? I did not.
So you wouldn't, okay, no, I knew that, because if you
Okay.
guessed it, then you would have taken it. I think you took...
You're right about the track run, though. It's in that
I know
range.
you don't like the latter half of it. Most of the stream songs are within the beginning. Did you go with 2 a.m.?
I went with 2 a.m.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah,
there we fucking go.
Yeah, that track run of swanging on Westheimer, and then after that going to Drugs and Hella Melodies, and then ending it off with 2 a.m.
Stupid,
Crazy
bro.
shit.
Absolutely
Crazy. I could have gone with 2 a.m. I could have gone with it as well.
I was also debating Swangin', but I'm like, you know what? It doesn't have many streams, but I feel like people maybe praise it, but maybe I'm imagining it. Like, I wasn't sure
You know why I chose this song? I remember Fagella was using the X account, and he had tweeted something around the Don Toliver rollout with him posting a screenshot of it, and people were like, bro, this is so fucking slept on. Like, it's low-key one of his best, and it's true, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking true. Like, you go into this song, and there's just so much charisma, bro, and there's just so much style out of it. You're getting this beautiful production by Mario Winans. You also get production credits from Peter Lee Johnson, and of course Metro Boomin, bro. And the way that this song structure kind of plays out is so weird, because you're getting such long breaks between the first verse all the way into the second. You get a beautiful chorus from Don Toliver, and bro, there's just so much layering to this production. In my opinion, I think this is the best beat on the entire album.
Yeah.
And I do say that this is the best produced album he's ever put out, right next to Heartstone Psycho.
Yeah.
Like, this and Heartstone are his best studio album experiences as far as production goes. So
Yeah.
I went with it. Not only that, but if you want to start getting into the statistics of it, it's his 59th most streamed songs. Didn't even crack 30 million streams. a Metro Boomin and Don Toliver song.
Yeah, it's odd, bro. It's odd. Same with this one, 2 a.m. on my end.
How much does it have, by the way?
This one, yeah, it's around like 30 million, bro. It's around that
Yeah,
figure.
it's
super
stupid.
low. And yeah, it just has an extremely catchy chorus, addictive melodies, but more than anything, it's one of the most impressive Don Toliver vocal performances you will ever hear. And the reason being for that is that you're getting these pitch shifts within the hook. You're getting Don Toliver rapping with a lot of echo and reverb, and the way the vocals were layered and mixed within this beat create this smoky atmosphere where it feels like his vocals are completely surrounding the track. And I just feel like it was one of those amazing nighttime drive tracks that people didn't really pick up on. But I mean, the vocal inflections are amazing, and if you're a fan of Moon and his performance on that song, his inflections will remind you of that without a doubt. So
I revisited this song like while I did that little track stretch.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's over here.
Yeah.
And I was considering this, but still, those are my top 3 songs off of this album.
And shout out to Jahan Sweet, who had a great spacey beat on that track. But
all
right, let's go on to Cordae to wrap things up. Yeah, bro, I just wanted to go with a song that went under the radar for a lot of people. That's really what it was.
I think it's the way that at least my song was released that was maybe kind of the problem with it.
Me too.
But again, you know what? I'm going to say it. Shout out to kwarp.com. They really helped me out with this episode because I was looking at streaming and I was trying to look at the numbers and whatever the case may be. Bro, do you know this song didn't even crack 5 million streams for me?
Mine too. What do you got?
Yeah, I think I know. Do you have Thornton Street?
I do have Thornton Street.
Yeah,
you too?
my most underrated song for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Easy. Bro, do you know Grandma's Skit, bro, off of the Lost Boy
has more streams?
has the same amount of streams as this.
That's nuts.
How crazy is that?
But that's exactly what it is. Because he dropped it as an EP that no one really paid that much attention to it. People wanted the studio album. But yeah, just one of the most personal songs that Cordae has ever written. And it just feels like this open book diary confession where he is really venting about his childhood, his upbringing, what it was like to have a mother that had him so young in life.
And it was also cool because he takes the perspective in the verse of him being like, she had to have an early career for me, you know, and then she really had to take care of me. And like you said, it brings you back to like that Cordae that's reminiscent and that sort of like Lost Boy feel, right? I feel like this is something that could have been on the Lost Boy and that could have perfectly fit and maybe would have been one of the best songs off of that entire album. But even at that, you're getting this great sample flip. I believe it's by Cardiac and Mario Luciano. And the song itself samples, I want to pull it up. I can't pull it up. I don't have it.
Yeah, nice female vocal sample on it for sure.
I can't find it off of Genius. But do you know that there's a West Savannah and a Picasso Baby reference within the track list? Did you ever pick up on that?
No.
Yeah, I was paying attention to it this morning.
I heard the Jean-Michel Basquiat reference. That one I remembered.
I think it's a flow that he uses on the first and the second verse.
Oh, okay. I see.
So he's interpolating. I think he's interpolating some lyrics.
Interesting.
On that. But regardless, though, such a crazy song for his catalog, and as I said, never even hit 5 mil. So, what do you think is the most underrated song that we mentioned today?
Wow.
Out of everything we've gone through, we've talked about Kendrick, we've talked about Tyler, we've done Lucki, we did Cordae.
I think it might have to be maybe Thornton Street by Cordae.
Maybe one of those, eh?
It's so few streams, bro. What about you?
I think Desperado for me.
Okay.
I think the fact that like it's still kind of under the radar, and even when that whole project released, like there's more streamed songs off of it. To me, it's one of the best rapping performances in Mac's career. And
it is, yeah.
As I said, it's a building block. But guys, let me know in the comments section, what do you think the most underrated rap song of all time is? Let me know in the comments, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.